Welcome to the National Science and Math Quiz. Today's contest, the 14th in the 116 stage of competition, is between Achimota School and St. Louis Senior High School, Kumasi. Before we meet the contestants, let's take a message from the sponsors.
Get Fund, to provide funds to supplement the provision of education at all levels.
We have endeavored for the last 7 years to reach every corner of this country, and I can say without any fear of contradiction that there's not a corner in this country that we have not got at least 2-3 projects going.
All the 7 public universities, 10 polytechnics, the 24,387 primary schools, 7,423 junior high schools, 493 senior high schools, with 38 colleges of education have undergone a period of renaissance and rapid facelifting. Needless to say, the Ghana Education Trust Fund has paid its dues in that direction.
Welcome back, viewers. Today's contest is the 14th in the 116 stage of competition. The contest is between Achimota School and St. Louis Senior High School, Kumasi. Achimota School is on my left.
Form 3. Salas TTG Form 3.
Edina Makide Form 3.
You are welcome.
Josephine Chogali, SS3.
Krista Safoje, SS3.
Matilda Mariano Usimensa, 3rd year.
You are also welcome, ladies. As always, the contest will come to you in 5 rounds. We begin with the round for fundamental concepts. The questions in this round are very simple. We'd just like to find out how well you understand the basic concepts in science and mathematics. When you get your question, you have 30 seconds in which to respond if there are calculations involved, and 15 seconds if there are no calculations involved. Correctly answered question fetches 3 points. All the best, and let's start on my right with St. Louis Senior High School. Please answer this in one attempt. How many diodes are there in a bridge rectifier circuit? Yes, Priscilla?
4.
Yes, 4 of them. Achimota School. How many diodes are required in a half-wave rectifier circuit? You also have one attempt. Yes, Selassie?
1.
Yes, 1. The next pair of questions are also to be answered in one attempt. St. Louis. Which metal comes after chromium in the first transition series? Yes, Priscilla?
Manganese.
That's right. Achimota School. Which metal comes before nickel in the first transition series? Yes, Edinam?
Zinc.
No, that's incorrect. And so for a bonus, yes, Matilda?
Cobalt.
Cobalt is right. Your own question to be answered in one attempt. Name the 2 lateral meristems that bring about secondary growth in woody perennials. Yes, Priscilla?
The cambium and the pericycle.
That's incorrect, so I'm passing it on for bonus. Yes, Edinam?
The cork and vascular cambium.
Yes. Now your own question to be answered in one attempt. Okay, your question has blanks. The blanks are lettered. That means I'm expecting answers in the right order. All right. Fill in the statement. one attempt. During secondary thickening, blank A is formed in the inside of the core cambium, while blank B is formed in the inside of the cork cambium. On the outside, sorry, of the cork cambium. The first one is inside, the second is the outside. Yes, Edinam.
Secondary phloem and cork.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. The right answer is secondary cortex or phelloderm, and the second answer is cork or phellem. All right, another pair of questions to be answered in one attempt. St. Louis. In how many different positions will a regular pentagon fit its outline? Yes, Priscilla?
5.
No, that's incorrect, and so for a bonus. Yes, Edinam?
18 ways.
No, that's also incorrect. The right answer is 10. 10 ways. All right. Your own question, Achimota School. In how many different positions will a parallelogram fit its outline? Yes, Edinam?
1.
That's incorrect. So I'm passing it on for a bonus. Priscilla?
2.
2 is right. Okay, this pair of questions actually are the same question. That means we are going to alternate. Okay, we are going to alternate. When I get to you, you give me an answer in one attempt. That's how it works. So let's start with a preamble to both schools. There are 2 common laws for the refraction of light. State one of these laws. Okay, so when I come to you, you state one, then I come to you, give me a different one. Okay, go ahead. St. Louis. Yes, Priscilla.
The incident ray, the normal and the refracted ray, all at the point of incidence lie on the same plane.
Thank you. Achimota School. Go ahead, Selassie.
The sine of the angle of incidence, the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction for any 2 given media is a constant called the refractive index.
All right. Next pair of questions are also to be answered in one attempt, and we begin with a preamble to both schools. Consider the half cells, Fe2 plus in equilibrium with Fe, and Sn2 plus in equilibrium with Sn. The corresponding electrode potentials are negative 0.41 and negative 0.14 volt respectively. Now, St. Louis. Which is the strongest oxidizing agent among the substances given, and why? All this in one attempt. Yes, Priscilla.
Sn2 plus. This is because it has a less negative electrode potential.
Yes. All right, Motor School, with the same preamble. Which is the strongest reducing agent among the substances listed, and why? Again, in one attempt. Yes, Selassie.
Fe2 plus. It's a very strong reducing agent because it has a more negative electrode potential, so to undergo oxidation, so it's a stronger reducing agent.
I'm passing it on for a bonus. Yes, Priscilla.
The more reducing agent is Fe. This is because it has a more negative electrode potential.
Yes, I'll give you the bonus. Your own question, 1 attempt. Give me 3 words or adjectives that can be used to describe the stem of a cycad. Matilda.
It is soft, succulent, and fleshy.
I'm passing it on for a bonus. Yes, Edinam.
Hard, woody. It was rigid. Cone-bearing and rigid.
No. Those are also not appropriate. What I was looking for is short, thick, and unbranched. Short, thick, and branched. Your own question, Achimota School. 1 attempt. How would you describe the shape of the leaves of conifers? Yes, Edinam.
They are reduced into thin spines.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, spinous or needle-like, same thing. All right, last pair of questions for this round. St. Louis Senior High. An item costs 250 Ghana cedis. When VAT or VAT is added, the cost is now 300 Ghana cedis. Find the rate of VAT. Priscilla.
20%.
That's correct. Achimota School. An item costs 500 Ghana cedis. When VAT or VAT of 15% is added, find the new cost. Yes, Lassie.
545 cedis.
Try again. Yes, Calvin.
575 cedis.
That's right. So that's the end of the first round.
Get Fund, to provide funds to supplement the provision of education at all levels.
We have endeavored for the last 7 years to reach every corner of this country, and I can say without any fear of contradiction that there's not a corner in this country that we have not got at least 2-3 projects going.
All the 7 public universities, 10 polytechnics, the 24,387 primary schools, 7,423 junior high schools, 493 senior high schools, but 38 colleges of education have undergone a period of renaissance and rapid facelifting. Needless to say, the Ghana Education Trust Fund has paid its dues in that direction.
At the end of the first round, the scores are Achimota School 15 points, St. Louis Senior High School Kumasi 18 points. Well done, contestants, but we still have a very long road ahead of us, and this is anybody's contest. Round 2. This is our round for applied science. In the first round, we checked your knowledge of some basic concepts in science and mathematics. In the second round, we'd like to find out how well you can apply such concepts to understanding and explaining certain everyday situations. So the questions will be more applied, all right? If you answer correctly, you get 3 points. If you are not able to answer your question, it's passed on for a bonus point. Partial credit is very, very possible in this round. All right, good luck. Let's begin round 2 on my left with Achimota School. But before I get to Achimota School, let's do a preamble to both schools. All right, this is your preamble. The probability that a seed will germinate when planted is 2/3. 3 such seeds are planted. When I get to you, you will find a probability of something. So listen to what you're going to find. Achimota School. Find the probability that all 3 seeds germinate. Yes, Calvin.
8/27.
That's right. Find the probability that none of the seeds germinate. Yes, Priscilla.
1/27.
That's also correct. Achimota School. What material is removed from a soil sample when it's heated strongly with a Bunsen burner, and why is this material removed? Yes, Edinam.
Humus. This is because the humus gets burnt, it gets decomposed.
Add something, Calvin.
Water is also removed because it evaporates.
Water and humus. The water evaporates first, but the humus is organic, so you decompose it. So water and humus.
How does it decompose?
By the action of heat.
2 out of 3. Yes, it's the humus. What happens to it is that it gets burned. It becomes carbon dioxide and water. What is the loamy soil? What is a loamy soil? And why is it suitable for agricultural purposes? Yes, Priscilla.
The loamy soil is a type of soil which has equal amount of sand and clay soil. Then it contains a large amount of humus, and it's good for agriculture because it has a good drainage capacity, and also it has enough nutrients for the support of the plant growth.
All right. Achimota School. A knife for cutting glass has a diamond tip. Why? Yes, Calvin.
Diamond is the hardest substance, so it will be able to cut through the glass substance.
The hard nature of diamond is brought about by the sp3 hybridization of the carbon, which forms a crystal lattice and is the hardest element. So then it can cut through the carbon. It can cut through the glass.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. Yes, it's very hard. So yes, it can cut. But what else? Because it's that hard, you can use it for cutting many times without it wearing off. Okay? All right. St. Louis. Explain why graphite is soft and can be used instead of grease in certain machines. Yes, Priscilla.
This is because graphite is the carbons in graphite are sp2 hybridized, and therefore it forms hexagonal structures which are in layers. Therefore, they are able to slide over each other.
Okay. A ship is sailing west, and it's ordered to sail in the direction 135 degrees. Find the smallest angle it must turn in order to follow this course. Yes, Alasi.
135 degrees.
That's correct. A plane is flying on a course 125 degrees, and it's ordered to fly on a course 285 degrees. Find the smallest angle it must turn in order to follow this course. Yes, Priscilla.
160 degrees.
That's correct. Achimota School. Even though rhizopus and the vulture both feed on dead organic matter, the two differ in the way they obtain nourishment from dead organic matter. What is this difference? Yes, Edinam.
Rhizopus digests the food extracellularly, so it digests the food and then absorbs the nutrients directly into the body, while the vulture feeds on the meat and then digests it inside its body. It's a scavenger.
The vulture is holozoic and this thing is...
I'll give you 2 out of 3. Edinam, you need to calm down. I'm sure if you were calm, you could have answered this with no problems. Okay? Yes, the rhizopus is a saprophyte. That means it digests the food externally, not extracellularly. That's which is what you said. Okay? Externally, outside of the body altogether. Whereas the vulture, of course, digests internally. All right. St. Louis Senior High School. Which part of a coconut is edible, the fruit or the seed? Please explain. Yes, Josephine.
The seed is edible. This is because when you look at the fruit, the whole pericarp is fibrous and it is very hard and stony. That's the endocarp. The mesocarp is fibrous, and then the ectocarp, that's the outside, is very decent, but the seed is succulent.
2 out of 3. Yes, it's the seed. Your explanation was a little slow in arriving properly. All right. The coconut is a drupe. That is, it has a single seed. The fibrous part, of course, is the mesocarp. You mentioned that. Then the hard part is the endocarp and the innermost layer of the fruit wall. The fleshy part is the edible part and it's the seed. All right. Your question, Achimota School. Describe all that you will see if concentrated H2SO4 is added to solid sodium bromide in a test tube and the test tube heated. Yes, Edinam.
There'll be an evolution of a brown gas, which is bromine gas. And then you see a white precipitate, which does not dissolve when you heat.
A white precipitate of sodium sulfate.
1 out of 3. 1. The 1 point is for Edinam's brown gas. Okay. What you would actually see, 3 things. You see a frothy effervescence of a red-brown vapor or gas, as you mentioned. Then you will also smell something. It's a pungent fuming gas. And then you will see a red-brown liquid which is formed on the inside of the test tube. All right. St. Louis Senior High, describe your observation if concentrated H2SO4 is added to sodium sulfide in a test tube and the test tube heated. Yes, Priscilla.
There will be the evolution of a pungent rotten egg smell, which is the evolution of H2S. And
2 out of 3. The gas that is evolved will be colorless. Okay? Yes, so a gas, bad smelling gas, colorless in appearance. All right, that's the end of the second round.
Government, through an act of parliament, set up the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, to provide funds to supplement the provision of education at all levels.
We have endeavored for the last 7 years to reach every corner of this country, and I can say without any fear of contradiction that there's not a corner in this country that we have not got at least 2-3 projects going.
All the 7 public universities, 10 polytechnics, the 24,387 primary schools, 7,423 junior high schools, 493 senior high schools, but 38 colleges of education have undergone a period of renaissance and rapid facelifting. Needless to say, the Ghana Education Trust Fund has paid its dues in that direction.
At the end of the second round, our scores are Achimota School 30 points, St. Louis Senior High School 35 points. The contest is still close, and we continue with the third round. Round 3 is our problem of the day. So far, the questions you've seen have not required much of your time, 30 seconds maximum, right? Okay. The problem of the day we expect should occupy you a little bit longer. So from the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes in which to present your response. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. Fill in the blanks numbered 1 to 10 in the table below. I have a table. 4 columns with column titles, organism, phylum, class, and order. There are some numbers in the table, so certain bits of information are required. Let me tell you what you are expected to do. 1, please provide the phylum for Trypanosoma. 2, provide the class for groundnut. 3, provide the order for moth. 4, provide the order for donkey. 5, provide the order for pig. 6, provide the phylum for Schistosoma. 7, provide the phylum for Ancylostoma. 8, provide the class for guinea grass. 9, provide the class for canna lily. And finally, 10, provide the class for mussel. That's our problem of the day. Good luck. You may begin.
Government, through an act of parliament, set up the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, to provide funds to supplement the provision of education at all levels.
We have endeavored for the last 7 years to reach every corner of this country, and I can say without any fear of contradiction that there's not a corner in this country that we have not got at least 2-3 projects going.
All the 7 public universities, 10 polytechnics, the 24,387 primary schools, 7,423 junior high schools, 493 senior high schools, but 38 colleges of education have undergone a period of renaissance and rapid facelifting. Needless to say, the Ghana Education Trust Fund has paid its dues in that direction.
Please send a representative from your school to present your solutions on the whiteboards. The contestants have presented their solutions, but before we award the marks, let's look at the ideal solution from our consultants. The phylum for Trypanosoma is Zoomastigena. The class for groundnut is Dicotyledonii. The order for moth is Lepidoptera. The order for donkey is Perissodactyla. The order for pig is Artiodactyla. The phylum for Schistosoma is Platyhelminthes. The phylum for Ancylostoma is Nematoda. The class for guinea grass is Monocotyledonii. The class for canna lily is Monocotyledonii. And the class for mussel is Pelicypoda. That's the ideal solution. Now our contestants, Achimota School. I ignored misspellings, but you still had 2, 7, and 9 wrong, and you did not provide an answer for 6. That leaves you with 6 points. And I thank you for that little bit of sunshine there. All right, St. Louis, you only had 9 wrong, and so you have 9 points. of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Let's begin round 4. Most questions in this round involve calculations, so you have 30 seconds in which to present an answer. If a question does not involve calculations, you have 15 seconds in which to do so. A correctly answered question fetches 3 points. A wrongly answered question is passed on for a bonus point. All right, we begin on my right with St. Louis Senior High. The seashore can be divided into 3 zones. Please name them. Yes, Priscilla.
Intertidal zone, subtidal zone, and supratidal zone.
That's correct. Achimota School. What is the splash zone of a seashore? Yes, Selassie.
This is the zone beyond the semi-intertidal zone, after getting to the shore, closer to the rocks, on a rocky seashore.
Which gets wet during high tide.
I'm passing this on for bonus.
It is the region of the seashore where during high tide the place becomes wet, but during low tide the place dries up, therefore exposing the organisms.
Not for bonus, no. The splash zone, in fact, is the same as the supratidal zone, okay? It's the zone above the high tide mark. This zone receives occasional splashes, very occasional splashes of the sea water. A charge Q of magnitude 2 × 10⁻⁶ coulomb exists in a vacuum. What is the work done in moving a unit positive charge from a distance 1 meter away from Q to a distance 0.5 meters away from Q? You may take the constant K to be 9 × 10⁹ Newton meter per coulomb squared. Josephine.
1.8 × 10⁻3.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. Josephine, what are the units of energy? You have to be precise. All right, Achimota School, your question. A charge Q of magnitude 5 × 10⁻⁹ coulomb exists in a vacuum. What is the work done in moving a positive charge of magnitude 2 × 10⁻⁹ coulomb from infinity to a point 2 meters away from Q? Please take the constant K to be 9 × 10⁹ Newton meter per coulomb squared. Edinam.
2.2 × 10⁻.
No. For a bonus. Josephine.
2.5 × 10⁻3.
No. The right answer is 4.5 × 10⁻8 joules. Preamble. In order to determine the rate law of the reaction 2A plus B going to C, the following kinetic results were assembled. I have a table. 4 columns. Column headings are experiment number, concentration of A in mole per decimeter cubed, concentration of B in mole per decimeter cubed, and then rate of reaction. Okay, so I'm going to read the rows to you. Okay, I'm reading the rows to you. 1, 0.02, 0.03, 1.8 × 10⁻⁶. 2, 0.02, 0.06, 7.2 × 10⁻⁶. 3, 0.06, 0.03, 5.4 × 10⁻⁶. I hope you got all that. All right. Now, St. Louis. Determine the rate law of the reaction. Yes, Priscilla.
R is equal to K times concentration of A times concentration of B squared.
That's correct. Achimota School. If the rate law of the reaction is rate is equal to K multiplied by the concentration of A multiplied by the square of the concentration of B, calculate the rate constant of the reaction and please give the units. Selassie.
0.1 dm³ per mole squared per second.
Ednam.
3 times 10 to the power minus 3 dm6 per mole squared per second.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. Selassie, or it was Calvin. It was Selassie. Selassie, your value was right, but your units were wrong. And then Edinam, your value was wrong, but the unit was right. All right, St. Louis. Find the inverse of the matrix A, which is a 2 by 2 square matrix with elements 1, -1, 1, 2, and hence solve the simultaneous equations x minus y is equal to 2 and x plus 2y is equal to 5. Priscilla.
The inverse of the matrix is 2 over 3, 1 over 3, -1 over 3, 1 over 3.
2 out of 3. The solution to the simultaneous equations, x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. All right, Achimota School. Find the inverse of the square matrix B, 2 by 2 square matrix with elements 3, 4, 5, -6, and hence solve the simultaneous equations 3x plus 4y is equal to 6 and 5x minus 6y is equal to -28. Yes, Edinam.
The matrix 1 over minus 38 into 6 minus 4 minus 5, 3.
Try again. Priscilla.
The inverse of the matrix is -3 over 19, -2 over 19, -5 over 38, 3 over 38, and
No. The inverse of the matrix is 3 over 19, 2 over 19, 5 over 38, and -3 over 38. And the solution to the simultaneous equations is x is equal to -2, y is equal to 3. A steel vessel contains 8 moles of oxygen, 10 moles of nitrogen, and 6 moles of CO2. The total pressure of the mixture is 100 kilopascal. Now, St. Louis, calculate the partial pressure of oxygen. Yes, Priscilla?
33.3 kilopascal.
That's correct. Achimota School. With the same preamble, now a fourth gas, X, is introduced until the total pressure increases to 120 kilopascals. Calculate the moles of X that was added to the mixture. Yes, Selassie?
12 moles.
One more chance. For a bonus. Priscilla?
2 moles.
No. The right answer is 4.8 moles. 4.8 moles. And with that answer, we end round 4. At the end of the 4th round, the scores are Achimota School 44 points, St. Louis Senior High School, 63 points. We are left with our final round, round 5. This round comes to you in 2 parts. For the first part of the round, I'll be throwing statements to the schools. When you get your statement, please consider it carefully and tell me whether the statement is true or false. If you answer correctly, you get 2 points. If your answer is incorrect, you lose a point. You may choose not to respond, in which case the statement will be thrown to your opponent for the 2 points. Let's begin on my left with Achimota School. Your statement. In dilute ammonia solution, the concentration of hydroxide ions is slightly greater than ammonium ions. Edinam?
False.
It's false. If a number is divisible by 8 and 12, then it's divisible by 96. Yes, Josephine?
It's false.
It's false. Yeah, just think about it. 48, for example, is divisible by 8 and 12, but certainly not divisible by 96. All right. If a function has an inverse, then it is 1 to 1. Edinam?
True.
Yes, it's true. The 4 limbs of agama lizards have 4 digits. Yes, Josephine?
It's false.
It's false. They have 5 digits. One of the assumptions made in the kinetic theory of gases is that the molecules make inelastic collisions with each other. Yes, Edinam?
False.
It's false. The collisions have to be elastic. The stronger a base, the larger its pKb. Yes, Josephine?
It's true.
Josephine, what made you change your mind at the end like that? It's false. It's false. Strong bases have smaller pKb, okay? Strong bases have smaller pKb. All right. Achimota School. The lithium ion is likely to have higher hydration energy than the potassium ion. Yes, Edinam?
It's true.
Yes, it's true. St. Louis. Every prime number is an odd number. Yes, Priscilla?
It's false.
It's false. Just think about 2, which is an even prime. All right, Villismeria, an aquatic plant, floats on water surface and has no roots. Yes, Edinam?
False.
It's false. It is submerged and it has roots. Resonance only occurs when there is a forced oscillation of a system. Josephine?
It's true.
Yes, it's true. A variable capacitor is used in some radio tuning circuits. Yes, Edinam?
True.
Yes, it's true. Whether a salt will be soluble or not in water depends almost entirely on its lattice energy. Yes, Josephine?
It's true.
No, Josephine. It's false. It's false. It depends, yes, on the lattice energy, but also on the hydration energy of the ions. A number is divisible by 15 if it is divisible by both 3 and 5. Edinam?
True.
Yes, it's true. last statement. The water boatman lives on the surface of water bodies. Yes, Josephine?
It's true.
No, Josephine. It's false. It lives inside the water body. All right. For the last part of the round, I'm going to ask you to solve some riddles. I'll provide the clues, you provide the solutions. If you're able to solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. If you solve it on the second clue, 4 points. If you solve it on the third or any clue after that, 3 points. In order to solve a riddle, you must alert me. You do so by ringing your bell. May I hear your bell, Achimota School? Thank you. And yours? St. Louis Senior High. All right, thank you. When you ring the bell, it means you have a response ready. I will not wait for a response. Let's begin with the first of the riddles. I am closely associated with a right angle triangle. I am a pair of angles, both of which are acute. When my two angles are put together, they form a right type of angle. Yes, go ahead.
Complementary angle.
Complementary angle. And they solve the riddle on the third clue. So 3 points. In the presence of some acids or enzymes, I lose my strength because I break down into smaller units. You may guess I'm a kind of polymer. Yes, you are right. Okay, go ahead.
Protein.
That's incorrect. Yes, you are right. I'm a natural polymer. I am a source of strength to plants. I do assist mankind to get rid of their solid waste. Otherwise, I'm of little use to them. Certain animals cannot survive without me. My smallest units and those of starch are identical. So who am I? Go ahead, Calvin.
Cellulose.
Cellulose is right. I used to be regarded as a cell, but currently I'm not counted among cells. This is because I'm just a fragment of cytoplasm. I secrete a substance called serotonin that causes blood vessels in injured areas to constrict and thus reduce blood loss. There are about 250,000 of me in a cubic millimeter of blood. I am derived from, yes, go ahead.
Blood platelets.
Yes, they are platelets. Final riddle. I am a measuring instrument, very common in student laboratories. I may seem simple, but I can expose many of the secrets of vibrations and waves. I function by the principle of resonance. Tuning forks are my friends. You've rung. You have. We continue. You've lost your chance. Achimota School. Tuning forks are my friends, and I require a stretched string to operate. Who am I? Yes, Calvin.
Sonometer.
It's a sonometer. That's the end of round 5.
Get Fund, to provide funds to supplement the provision of education at all levels.
We have endeavored for the last 7 years to reach every corner of this country, and I can say without any fear of contradiction that there's not a corner in this country that we have not got at least 2-3 projects going.
All the 7 public universities, 10 polytechnics, the 24,387 primary schools, 7,423 junior high schools, 193 senior high schools with 38 colleges of education have undergone a period of renaissance and rapid facelifting. Needless to say, the Ghana Education Trust Fund has paid its dues in that direction.
At the end of the contest, the final scores are Achimota School 63 points, St. Louis Senior High School Kumasi 73 points. Achimota School, you gave us a good contest. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you. All the best in everything you do. St. Louis Senior High School, congratulations on winning this one. You have a place in the next stage of competition. All the best with your preparations, and I shall look forward to seeing you again. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this very exciting contest. I'm looking forward to the next one, which will be the penultimate contest in the 116 stage of competition. That contest is going to be between Prempeh College, Kumasi, and Ghana Senior High School, Koforidua. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Thank you for joining us today, and see you next time. Goodbye.